pick guard that came off the Squire. It's not in great condition, so I was going to replace this. I've ordered a black pick guard with black pickup covers, black knobs and what have you. Decided to go down that route. I'll keep this because obviously if anybody wants the original parts at some point, it's handy to be able to give them those. If they want to put it back to as it was, they can do so by using them. So I'm going to strip this down now, get the electrics off. It's all working fine, is the electrics and what have you, so I'm reasonably happy to take all this off and just put it onto a new scratch plate. So basically going to strip this down now, but before I do, I'm just going to put some masking tape on these pickups so I can just mark which one's which, so I know when I put them back in which order they're going. I'll just mark those up so I know basically neck, that's the way it's facing, just so everything goes back in the same manner. The middle facing that way, the bottom one facing that way, towards the neck of the guitar. Then we've got the volume, the tone middle and tone bottom. So basically I can bob everything in the new scratch plate just as is. So I'm going to take all this off now and put all this to one side, and then when the scratch plate comes, I can rejig everything and bob them on. I'm presuming this Strat is an SE Strat. I think it's from about 2003, I believe, according to the serial number. I did make a note of which wire as well. I think was which wire goes to the tremolo plate at the back, and which one goes to the jack socket. So I'm not an electrician, so I have to make things simple and just make sure I know where everything came from so I can put it back as it was. I like to take photographs as well, just so I can refer back to those if I need to. Right, so all those should now pop out nicely. And there we go, that can be put on one side for safekeeping. These are all the other bits and bobs which again I can put to one side. If I can get them off without breaking them. There we go. And the poles on the pickups are a bit rusty as well, so there's probably, particularly on that one, I wonder if that's been replaced at some time, because that looks quite a lot rustier than the others. I'll test these with a meter when it arrives. So I'll probably give those a clean up before they actually go back in. Okay, so here we go again. I've just recorded a video and realised I've not pressed the record button, so that's another thing learned. Right, okay. Decided on the Squire, which this project is to put the black pick guard on and everything, and the black tone volume controls. Basically, when I came to do this, if you saw the previous video, when I came to put these pickup covers on, I found that they didn't fit onto these two where that one did. So I thought basically they'd packed the wrong ones into this pack, because they all came together. So I was going to email them and say, hang on mate, you've given me the wrong ones. When I went back and did a little bit more research before actually emailing them, I did find that if you're just buying these on their own, then you get a choice of different sizes. So what they then had to do was come back, basically measure these ones, and all these ones are all 52mm from the centre of the end poles, where the set that I actually received was a 248s and a 50, and obviously I needed 3 52s. So I've ordered this set, and these all measure 52, so hopefully we're good to go now and replace all the pickup covers on this. So we've got these with some nice new springs as well, which is good, because I think the springs that came off this are they're not, well, they're a bit rusty and what have you, so it's probably good to replace those. I'm going to keep all the original parts, like I said earlier, because I do think, you know, if anybody wants to put this back to its original form any time in the future, it's good to keep all the things. A lot of people like things, you know, original, especially things that I'm getting older now. And this one's, I think this is from 2003. So it's got a few years on it. So right, I'm going to take that old pickup cover off, which came with the original one, which should be a 52, and then I'm going to replace that with that one, which fits lovely. Take that off for the time being. I'll bob it back on before just to protect everything while it's being put together. So yeah, springs, bob the screw in, and then the spring, just check which way the springs are. The wide section goes against the pick guard, if you can see what's going on just there, and then basically just simply screw that back on. There, one step closer to getting this finished. don't know what other problems I'm going to come across at any time, whether the neck pocket there or the bridge pocket is going to line up. I don't know yet until I get everything ready to go on the body. But there we are for the time being. I've got those in. I think that's all I can do on that until it's ready to be fixed. And I'm just in the process of putting this back together. We've got the bridge on. Pick guard's gone back on. It's soldered to the claw and soldered to the jack socket. The jack socket's back on. So I'm just finishing screwing this up now, and the next job will be down to bobbing the neck on. This scratch plate, I think there's just one screw that's not going to line up, which is unfortunate, but I think I can live with that. I'll screw the rest completely down first, and then put the last screw in once everything else is in position. Not sure if it's right, that's it, it's gone down lovely now. Something was catching. I'm not sure about where the neck fits in there. It is a little bit proud of the timber there, so it may just need a little bit taking off to allow the neck just to sit in the correct position, I think. There we go, just this one last screw to go in. Yeah, that's done it, lovely. Okay, so while we're at it, I may as well bob the it's not tightening up particularly well, so possibly may need a longer screw in it at some point. Right, the neck. Just strip that out of the neck pocket. The neck I'll probably have to bob on another time, because I've come to it today just to finish it off. Took the masking tape off. I don't think this is a particularly good masking tape, to tell you the truth. It's got plenty of adhesive on it, but as I was pulling it off the fretboard where I protected it from the lacquer on the when I was lacquering the headstock, as I took the masking tape off, it pulled a little bit of lacquer off, which left me another little job to do. So I was basically just going, well, add some more lacquer over it and then sand it down, which I did, but I used the masking tape to mask off the area where I was lacquering, and that went over the headstock. Once I took the masking tape off again, unfortunately it pulled some more lacquer off. So I basically had to go back to sort of square one, so to speak, and just lacquer this area. It's unfortunate, but it might not end up with as good a job as I had in the first place. So that needs overnight before I can think about sanding this down. So once that's done, I can put the tuners in, and away we go. Get the neck back on and everything, and hopefully we've got a nice guitar. I'll just try this in here while I've got it out. Just see. Yeah, I think I need to take a little bit off that pick guard. It's just protruding a little bit with the pick guard. Just there. I don't know if that's if you can see that on the camera. Just there. So I'll be doing this tomorrow now. So I need to take a little bit off of that, possibly some off that little area there, in order that the neck can sit back to where it needs to. If I can get it back in the same position, which I should be able to tell by lining the holes up. Yeah, it may just need a little bit out of the pick guard there, so I'll just get a Stanley knife blade and carefully just trim that back. I'll scrape it back. So yeah, there we go. So I'm going to try and attempt to get the neck to fit in now. This is the original neck. The only thing different is the pick guard and possibly a slight build-up of materials as I've done the painting and what have you. So the pick guard's just sticking out a little bit there over that edge, so I'm going to try and take that off. I'm not sure whether to file it or what. Initially I'm going to start and just try with a Stanley knife blade and just try and ease that back a little bit. Not cutting it, I'm just basically scraping it just to the into the wood where the neck pocket is, and if I can make that just match that neck pocket, that should give me enough to just slide the neck in at that particular point. I don't want to force this, I don't want to crack any of the wood or anything. So that's fitted in nicely now. It's nice and snug against the pick guard. That little section there seems to be okay. I can see if the screws line up now, as it was when I took the neck off. Make sure the pick guard isn't causing any problems. Sure, see if these go in the same position. If it's not, I should feel some resistance. Yeah, it's just pushing the neck up there a little bit, so I would say that it's not in the exact same position. I'll just try and put a little mark on the back of the neck using the screw. It should tell me which way I probably need to go. Just carefully slide that out. You probably see there the original hole, and then the mark where where I've just basically put the screw through, so it does need to go in a little bit, which suggests that I need to take some of this off, this little section of the pick guard as well, in order that the neck can go a little bit more that way. So I shall make an attempt at that. This may take a bit of time because this is quite a bit more to take off. And I do what I want really is to try and keep the curve equal. Try the neck in again, and the screws at the back, and see if they can get them to line up again. I'll go for the same hole as I did before. And it's still pushing a little bit. Force that in. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine now. It's a little bit of a push, and it seems to have gone good. So as long as everything looks okay at the front, I think that should have sorted that little problem out. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Just a little bit of a sand down just to smooth things off. And there we go. So I'm reasonably happy with that. Thanks for watching. Now. If you like the video, for the neck to please subscribe and press the like button and the bell notification. And if I bob any more videos up, you should be notified. Thanks very much for watching.